I always had such a fascination with the internal arts of Asia that I needed to understand them. It was more than just an interest, more than a hobby. It was a passion. It was really what drove me for years and years and years, pretty much my whole life so far. I wanted to understand it so much that I've spent a large proportion of my life out in places like China, Southeast Asia, where I am now, India, places like this, traveling around, trying to find out who could really help me understand the core of these beautiful arts. When I was trying to learn in the West, what I realized was, although I could access some good stuff, a lot of what people were doing were movements and exercises, sort of sequences, empty movements, but not many people really understood kind of how the internal process worked, the Gong process, the internal part of it. How do we actually build the Qi? What is the Dantian? What are the channels? How do we actually open them up? Why do we open them up, And this is what I really wanted to go and understand. Most of my time was spent within alchemical traditions, especially within the Taoist traditions, but I also explored Buddhism and Hinduism, yogic systems, martial arts systems, Qigong, to try to find what was this sort of core of this practice. What was the root, the singular path that could take a person through to what I was seeking. I still continue this exploration today, but it's my belief that these arts can give people essentially what they're looking for: better health, vitality, well-being, a nicer outlook on life, more enjoyment of existence, and dare I say, some kind of spiritual elevation, some kind of personal transformation on a deeper level. But in order to gain access to those things, you have to have the correct method. And this is really what I've tried to do when I put together this program, was try to help people understand what is the process, how to access these teachings. What is the Dantian? How do we use the breath? What is Qi? How do we actually build it? How do we move it on the inside? What is alchemy? These kind of things, this is what I'm trying to share in this program with people. It's not lots and lots of movement exercises, there's some of course, but a lot of what I'm trying to teach is actually the internal side of the process. People can access the exercises in the West easily enough, the movements, the animal frolics, the Baduan, Jin, things like this, all sorts of different sequences, but can they access the internal mechanisms in the inside that actually lead to deep spiritual change? This is the question. I've been teaching for 15 years internationally, large groups of people. Most of my courses have 100, 120 people on something like this. They're big events, and the school I run has grown at an exponential rate, quite terrifying in some ways, the pressure I feel. But I've avoided online training or teaching for a really long time, partially because I guess I'm just old-fashioned and I'm not really the kind of person who keeps up with such trends very well, and partially because I wasn't sure how to do it. So after much deliberation and self-questioning, I have decided to present this here. I'm not very good at holding things back. I'm not very good at keeping secrets, so maybe I've revealed a little bit too much in this program. We'll see. But hopefully some of the methods in here will be able to help you understand how to get the most out of your internal training. So what I've tried to do is present this program that has a combination of mental cultivation exercises, basically to help you develop the correct mental qualities that you will need to make the training efficient. And it also includes the basis of energetic work, how to build the Qi, how to move it in the right way, and how to actually access the alchemical side of the training, the deeper parts of the practice of many of the traditions we've been trying to point to. Hopefully you'll find this training as useful as I have, as transformational for your own lives, and I wish you the best of luck on this journey.